And one of the challenges that we have is that people consider Botswana as one big game reserve. I'm a wildlife and livestock veterinarian in Botswana, been here since 2003, and I have a master's degree in wildlife management. So I have a special interest in wildlife management, and obviously wildlife management include the management of people and coexistence. The elephants in Botswana is a challenge. The question is always, do we have too many elephants? And it depends on which angle you are looking at it. But before you can answer that question, you actually have to look at how many elephants we have and where they are. Now, the elephant range in Botswana range between 85,000 square kilometers in the dry season to about 116 square kilometers in the wet season. And if we take the aerial survey, the dry season aerial survey done by Elephants Without Borders in 2018, then we have an estimated 130,000 elephants, predominantly in the north of Botswana. And one of the challenges that we have is that people consider Botswana as one big game reserve. And it isn't. Because if we look at the breakdown of the elephant range, it basically consists of three main land uses. We have the protected areas, or the game reserves, which is roughly about 22% of the elephant range. And then we have the wildlife management areas that used to be set aside, this is for both consumptive and non-consumptive use, and that is roughly about 75% of the range. And then we have 22% of the range of elephants that are actually pastoral and farming areas. And that is where the problem comes in. We have elephants that are ranging through Botswana in areas where they're not meant to be. And obviously the impact in your protected areas are not a problem, apart from the ecological impact. But the moment you look at wildlife management areas, and especially your pastoral and farming areas, then you have a situation where elephants and people and livestock are sharing the landscape. And this is where the problem comes in. If we look at the numbers as per the dry season aerial survey, then we had about 70,000 elephants in the wildlife management areas and about 27,750 elephants in the farming and pastoral areas. And those are densities of about 1.1 to 1.4 roughly elephants per square kilometer. Again, the wildlife management areas, we have fairly little people, but the problem is they're sharing resources with these elephants. And this is where the problem comes. And we must remember that coexistence for the rural people are value-based. So the questions that they ask when they have to coexist with wildlife is, how much do I benefit? How do I benefit and how much do I benefit? So for the past 5 years in Botswana, where there were no consumptive use, no hunting, it was predominantly photographic safaris. The situation was that the elephants were increasing. They were drastically increasing in the same area. People were increasing. But the benefits, according to the number of elephants, did not increase or correlated with the increase. So we have reached thresholds where people say we're getting killed, our crops get destroyed, we're in danger, and the benefits, this has not increased. So now the risk is outweighing the benefits. And that is one of the reasons why there was such a strong outcry against the number of elephants that we currently have in Botswana.